Hello everyone, welcome back to Real Class. My name still remains M.A. Ido, and this time we are looking at an other powerful topic, which is the essay. All right? What is an essay? Essay is a continuous writing in prose. All right? Continuous writing in prose is referred to as essay. All right? Then we have uh, guides on how to write these essays. In our letter, remember that we had discussed introduction, we had discussed, no, we didn't really make reference to introduction anyway, but we made reference to body and conclusion in our letter. All right, it will interest you to know that we still follow the same pattern, just that the essay itself has introduction that carries the thesis. What's thesis? Thesis is that statement that controls the body of the word essay. Then we have the body of the essay that carries the topic sentences. All right? That means in each paragraph there is a topic, and you get that topic from the thesis statement. Then after everything, you now have conclusion. Okay, for example, if you are to write an essay about how you traveled to Mina, you can start opening the paragraph this way. That my journey to Mina last year was an interesting one. On our way, there were various interesting things I saw, which include neat police officers, massive immigration office, and the governor's office. Full stop. You see, it means that these three things you have mentioned, need police officers, immigration office, and the governor's office. These three things are things you will discuss. Okay? That means that sentence there at the end of that introductory paragraph is referred to as the thesis statement. So in the body of the essay now, what do you discuss? Number one, you pick from the thesis neat police officers that you saw. First, I saw neat police officers like never before. Then you explain how neat those police officers were. After you have exhausted, after you have, told us how neat those officers were, what made them neat, how responsible they were, and all of that, then that's the end of that paragraph. You shift to the other paragraph. Then you check your thesis again. What did you mention? All right? You mentioned the fact that you saw immigration office. All right? How the immigration office was, how neat it was, whatever you saw as features of the immigration office, you try to explain. All right? That means you have exhausted what you have to say in that paragraph. That's the end of that topic there. Then the final topic there is the fact that you saw the governor's office. How the governor's office looked like, everything, all the features there, the people that you saw, you highlight under that. So when you are done with everything, you now open another paragraph. You now say, finally, my last journey or my journey to the city last time was an interesting one. It was something I found enthusiastic or interesting because I saw neat police officers like never before, great immigration office, and the governor's office, and how beautiful it was. Full stop. You've already concluded it. All right? Don't forget that at the point of introduction, you already let us know what you want to say. What do you want to say? You want to let us know that you saw neat police officers. Maybe in your own area where you left, police officers there are never neat. All right? Then you also let us know again in the thesis that you saw immigration office. Then you also let us know that you saw the governor's office, right? That means you have already given us the topic, all right, what you want to discuss. Then from the thesis, you now begin to get your topics in each word paragraph, okay? Then away from there now, you now talk about the types. When you say an essay is narrative, what does it mean? It is an essay that tells you a story. Finish. That's all. And if you are writing a narrative essay, it is very important to write in the past form of the tense. All right? Or better still, you can write in the historic present, but it is advisable you write in the historic past. All your tenses are in the past. All right? So that's that. So you have a narrative essay, like the essay I just told you verbally about how I traveled, the police officers I saw, the immigration office, and the governor's office. Is a narration. I'm telling you a story. All right? Everything should be in the past form of the tense. Then when you are talking about expository essay, what does it mean? It exposes you to a particular issue. All right. This kind of essay tells you how things are done. For example, how a particular food is cooked. Don't forget the word expository is from the word expose. All essays must take the same format. Whether you are writing narrative or expository, it must carry introduction. That by the end of that introduction, there is a thesis statement that will tell us what you want to say. Any essay without thesis is a useless essay. At the beginning, you must let us know that this is what you want to say. That is even what will keep your readers alive to read what you have written. If you cannot tell us what you want to say, then there is no point reading. So that thing that tells us what you want to say is called the thesis. So from the thesis, you now begin to pick each point as a topic in each sentence. So that's that. So whether it is narrative or expository, it must carry what topic, thesis, and of course topic sentences and what conclusion. Then we also have the argumentative essay. How do you write the argumentative essay? All right. If expository essay tells us how things are made, for example, like how do you make fried rice? You are exposing us to how you make the fried rice. So it's expository. Then, if it is argumentative, it presents issues from two sides. All right. And then you are expected to take a side. This kind of essay come in form of debates. All right. For example, when you want to start, you can start opening the paragraph by saying, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow debaters. I am here this afternoon to propose," that means you are the first person to say, to propose the motion which says farmers are better than doctors. Farmers are better than doctors because they provide good food. They are the reason why we are living, and of course, their services are essential to humanity. Now, what I've highlighted now are three things that I will discuss in the body of the essay. So I'll tell you. So I'm already taking a side. In an essay where you take a side, you have arguments coming in, right? Because the other side too will present the other word argument. So because you are taking a side, there are two sides. We have the farmers, we have the doctors. Since you are focusing on the farmers, that means you are arguing on your own part. So you want to let us know. Then that's that. For argumentative words, essay where you argue. Then the other person too, that will have to oppose will write this way. Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and my fellow debaters. I am here this morning or this afternoon to oppose the motion. So when you are opposing the motion, all right, you oppose the motion that says that farmers are better than what? Doctors. In my own view, doctors are better than what? Farmers. Because without doctors, there wouldn't be good health. Many persons would have died. And, people would have contracted a lot of diseases. Now, you are opposing the other person that says farmers are better than what? Doctors. From your own point of view, you are also arguing. All right? Yes, from your own perspective. How much arguments and counter-arguments depends on the side you are looking at everything from. You must conclude. Don't forget that whether it is argumentative, whatever essay you are writing, don't forget your introduction, don't forget your thesis, don't forget your what? Your body that contains the topic sentences. Okay? So that's that. Then when you talk about descriptive essay, this one is easy. Descriptive essay has to do with descriptions. All right? For example, if you want to write about a bed, how does the bed look like? Is the head small? Are the legs tiny? Does it have feathers? What is the color? All right? Which room or which cage is it being kept? How does it fly? By the time you are able to explain all of these things, it is more than just explanation. You are describing the bed. These kind of essays are required in writing novels because there is no novelist that writes without using descriptive essay. You'll be writing rubbish. All right? If you have checked Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, you discover how the scenes are what described, how the weather is what described. A good writer of a novel enters into the room. He does not just discuss or talk about the persons inside the room. He talks about the environment, the room. If there is a lizard on the wall, he must describe the lizard. If the tail of the lizard has been cut off, you must be able to describe it. If there are cockroaches, as at the point you are describing, those cockroaches must be described. If the chairs in the room are torn, you should be able to tell us. If the woman or the person sitting on the chair is old, if the face is wrinkled, you must be able to describe. If you cannot do that, then you are writing a very poor essay. So descriptive essays have to do with what? Powerful descriptions, using different adjectives. In fact, adjectives are required in descriptive essays. Without adjectives, descriptive essays cannot survive. Whether you are writing descriptive, argumentative, expository, or narrative, the fact remains that you must always maintain your introduction, maintain your thesis, all right? Then you maintain your body. Under your body, you have the topic. Don't forget, where do you get the topic sentence from? From the thesis. The thesis is the last sentence in the introduction that tell you what you want to say, right? Then you now be picking each topic from the thesis to form a topic sentence that you will discuss. You do this so as to make your essay very neat. So your examiners don't have to begin to look for your answers. You understand? Many mistakes that students make is that they write in such a way that they lump all the ideas together. It does not make for what they call clarity. For the sake of clarity, according to Professor, Ebeleko, in an effective writing, you must make for clarity, and clarity of essay demands that you write this way. Position your introduction with your thesis, then your body carrying the topic sentences, and finally your conclusion. If you follow all of these things, you virtually have no issues about the various essays that you will have. So in our next class, we shall look at a powerful topic.